Hi everybody, welcome into the Wolfman Gardening channel. Today I want to explain why airflow and proper ventilation is crucial and beneficial to growing your tomato plants and to keep them disease resistant. Let's get started on it. Okay, now there are three main reasons why you want proper airflow and proper ventilation. And those three things are preventing diseases, ensuring health growth, and to improve your fruit production. One of the things you're going to prevent is the disease resistance. And if you'll notice, we want to keep these things up off the ground. All these things like this. If you'll notice right here, this one has touched the ground and it just fell off. But that's the way you get disease, and you get all this soil splash that gets up onto your plant and can cause bacteria to get onto your leaves. And disease prevention, you want to reduce the moisture. Now, with the amount of rain that we've been getting just a whole lot of rain. I know most of us down here in the south have been getting a whole lot of rain. Just the other day, we got almost 3 inches of rain in less than an hour and a half. So you're getting excessive moisture, and it's raining about every other day or so. So therefore, that's a lot of moisture in the ground. And if we don't keep these plants and we don't keep them trimmed back, then it doesn't allow for the soil to dry. And when you get excessive moisture on your leaves and your stems from either overwatering, heavy dew, and like I said, all this rain, then you have opened it up for more disease. Now, excessive moisture creates an environment for fungal diseases like early blight, late blight, and septoria leaf spot. Those are some of the stuff that you can get from wet environments. Improved airflow can slow down the spread of these airborne diseases. And with the amount of airflow going through, it can reduce fungal spores and bacteria from settling on your leaves. Okay, let's talk about the plant health and the growth. All plants, like any living organisms, have to have oxygen to breathe. Proper airflow facilitates gas exchange, and it allows the plant to breathe. It also helps in the photosynthesis and the respiration, both are which are vital for a plant to breathe. Also, in the plant health and growth, it also allows wind to blow through your tomatoes, and it's going to strengthen your stems. So any light breeze that you get, that's why we put fans on as we're growing these seedlings up, and strengthen the stem, which is the plant's natural reaction to beef up its stems, which allows it to be stronger to where it doesn't actually break in higher winds. One other thing it does is, believe it or not, pest control. Whiteflies and aphids, they thrive in stagnant, humid environments. So when we trim these up and we let the air flow through there, then you're not getting that stagnant humidity and all that stuff building up under these plants. One other thing you may not realize is that when you have airflow and you have a lot of open area and there's not a whole lot of foliage just smothering these tomato plants, it can encourage bees and other pollinators to actually come to the plant. All right, I'm going to give you 3 real quick tips on how we can ensure a little better airflow in your tomato plants. Number 1 is spacing. Now, I space mine a lot closer than a lot of people do, but I've got these trellises here, and I actually trim a lot of these back to where I have one main vine that goes up. So in doing that, I can actually plant mine a little closer, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to keep these things trimmed, because if you don't, you're opening yourself up to a lot of fungal diseases. Second thing is crop rotation. Prevent the buildup of soil-borne diseases by rotating your crops. So right here, we planted all of our tomatoes here this year. Now last year, we had cucumbers growing here. So you want to rotate your crops throughout your garden in order to get these soil-borne diseases that naturally will attack a tomato plant. If the tomato plant's not there, then plant something there next year that is totally opposite of a tomato plant. And the one I'm going to show you today is pruning and staking. Staking as in either tomato cages, trellises. Get creative when you're doing trellis ideas. All it takes is keeping the plants up off the ground. Now this here is what we're talking about staking. You're going to take either a zip tie or something. You can buy little clips, and you're just going to clip them and hold them up to keep them from laying on the ground. Because if you'll notice, this one right here is laid over on the ground. It's not tied up to anything, so therefore you can already look right here. We're already getting some wilting, some possible disease on this plant here. So what we're going to do is, first off, is we're going to trim this back. This is not getting proper airflow through here. So we're going to take and we're going to trim all these bottom leaves off this plant. Now you want to be real careful. You don't want to cut into the stem. So once we do that, and if you'll notice right there where I cut that, look at that. I had something that already got on and ate the leaves. And if it was up out of the way, this might not have happened. Now then, we'll zip tie this up here, and it keeps everything off the ground. And now then, the wind can flow through here. Got one more down here, just like so. Now we've taken and we've cleared all this extra foliage off. So now then, we'll give this more chance to survive. And just like that, you'll look, the stems are nice and trimmed. Got them all the way up to here. And if you'll notice, it's going to have proper airflow underneath there. Another big thing is you want to make sure that you don't let the weeds grow up and take over the area in which you're trying to clear out for that proper ventilation. Okay, as you can see, we've got storms moving in to push me out of the garden. I'm gonna have to go out, hopefully tomorrow to dry up a little bit. We may just end up having to put our mud boots on and get out in the garden and just fight through the mud, overtaking us, and it's gonna be twice as much work. So I hope you learned something today. If so, think about subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate all the support that I get from every one of you. Leave as many comments down on the bottom. I will do my best to answer every single one of these comments. So, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and like always, got it. Keep her growing.